Hey, what is up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Ivy, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. Today we are going to be going through 30 books that are sitting right here, you can't see them, that are on my Read It or Unhaul It challenge for the year. I actually already filmed this video and did it very differently than we're doing it today, but I ended up really disliking that footage, so I just decided that we're gonna go ahead and refilm it. So basically what I'm doing is picking 30 books off of my TBR that I either need to read or unhaul by July of this year, and then in July we'll review that. We'll see which we read, which we unhauled, which we didn't even like give a try, which we DNF'd, stuff like that, and then we'll pick another 30 for the last 6 months of the year. So at the beginning of the year we started our TBR with 270 books, which is a lot, and we unhauled 15 at the very beginning of the year. Or I unhauled 15 at the very beginning of the year. Even if these 60 books are the only books that I got off my TBR, we would at least have our TBR under 200. My goal for the year is for it to be under 250. So I want to go through these books with you guys so you guys can tell me like if you've read any of them, if there's like standouts, if there's ones I should definitely give a shot, or if there's ones that I should just like go ahead and unhaul now. I would love for some like recs on how to make this process a little bit quicker. And then I also figured we would probably do a couple of vlogs here and there throughout the year where we give like, we pick like 5 of them and maybe read like 20% and decide if we're going to DNF it or not, to kind of try to like get through them a little bit quicker. Because ultimately, like if I tried to read every single one of these books without DNFing any of them, this is like all I would be able to read for the year. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. The only other thing I wanted to say is that most of these books are books that I accumulated from either thrifting or library sales. My library sales get me because they charge per bag instead of per book. So if you find one book that you want, it's so easy to just like talk yourself into getting a ton, and then you end up accumulating all of these books. I was gonna say at the beginning of the vlog or the beginning of the video that my cats are very interested today, so you'll probably be seeing some of them. Usually this one doesn't make an appearance, but you gotta either sit down or get off. Your tail can't be like that through the whole video. Also, a lot of these books I literally bought in 2021 when I was first getting into reading, which is why I think that I just don't have an interest any longer in so many of them. But anyway, I've been rambling long enough, so without further ado, let's get to the 30 books on my Read It or Unhaul It challenge. The first one is The Rocks by Peter Nicholas. This I bought at a used bookstore because it was a cover buy. I just thought it was a really cute cover. I don't really know what it's about. I do remember when I pulled it off my shelf to put it in this pile, I thought that the back seemed kind of interesting. I think it's like a literary fiction / romance that we go through like multiple generations. So I do think I do want to try to give this one like a shot because I feel like it could be something that I would like. Then I have Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl. This was one of those books that I never read like in high school and middle school when they were really popular, but it was one of my really good friends' like favorite book, which is why I ended up buying it. Again, I thrifted it. It's so hard to say no to books when they're like 50 cents to $2, which is typically what I pay for my thrifted books. They're really inexpensive where I live, but I just don't think I have a ton of desire to read it. The next couple of books are all thrillers that I just feel like I've had on my TBR for a really long time. I feel like thrillers are the easiest thing for me to thrift, and I just have come to find that I don't know if I'm really a thriller girly. So the first one is The Hunting Party by Lucy Foley. I think I've tried to read this every single winter since I have owned it and never have gotten through it. Then we have The Silent Patient, which my dog did get a hold of. This one I just feel like it's like a rite of passage. Like I should read it because everybody has read it, but I don't really know like how much of an interest I really have in it. Then I have Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. I actually have only ever read one other Lisa Jewell book, but I loved it. So I feel like I should give this one a shot, but I just really don't hear great things about it. I feel like most people say that it's kind of dark and like makes you feel really icky, which I don't love. Then I have Powerless by Lauren Roberts. This is one of the only books I feel like on here that I did get brand new, but I just feel like obviously this has a lot of controversy about it because of plagiarism. A lot of my friends who have read it said that they felt like there were scenes like directly from the Hunger Games. I don't think any of them had read Red Queen. I just feel like I should read Red Queen between if I want something like this. I also feel like if you completely even ignore the plagiarism, that most people who loved this book did not like the rest of the series or thought the rest of the series was very disappointing. So it's just like, should I invest my time into 3 books and 2 novellas if like the people who loved the first one like didn't even like finishing of the series? I just don't know. Then I have Winter in Paradise and What Happened in Paradise. These are both Ellen Hildebrand books. They're in a trilogy. I just don't know how much of a desire I have in reading them. I haven't read an Ellen Hildebrand book, but they're so easy to thrift, so I feel like I have accumulated quite a few of them, and I'm just like not honestly super interested in them. Then I have The One and Only by Emily Giffin. Emily Giffin, I fear, is not an author for me. However, when I first started reading, like back in 2021, when I like was brand new getting back into reading, I thought she would be an author for me. And again, she's very easy to thrift. So I thrifted so many of her books, and every single one of her books that I picked up, I have either DNF'd or not liked. So I just need to get rid of them. Then I have Something She's Not Telling Us by Darcy Bell. Oh, this is the same author as A Simple Favor. I did not know that. That's so interesting. I love the name Darcy. This book I think has to do with the kidnapping of a little child by their nanny, and stuff like that really freaks me out. There's just like a couple of tropes in thriller books that like really tend to freak me out, and I feel like the kidnapping of the children really freaks me out. So I just don't even know if I want to like give that one a shot. Let me know if you think it's really good. More thrillers. Are we surprised? We have 2 Robin Harding books, The Arrangement and The Party. This was an author that I feel like I heard a lot of buzz about when I first got back into reading, and like now I don't hear anybody talk about her. The Arrangement I was interested in because I'm pretty sure it's about like, it's like a thriller about like couples who swing, which I thought was like a really kind of fun concept. I feel like I don't really hear books being about that. And then I think this is about like a 16th birthday party. Again, I just don't know if I want to read about like kids. Like I don't like the scary element with children. Then I have The Lies That Bind by Emily Giffin, another Emily Giffin book. I don't remember what this book is about at all. I just know it has something to do with 9/11. So why I thought this was like the book for me, I don't know. Then I have The Bookish Life of Nina Hill. This I solely thrifted because I thought that the cover was really cute, and my sister's name is Nina. There's a cat on the back. I thought it would be fun. But to be totally honest, I just feel like I have a ton of, I think this is Berkeley. Yeah. I just feel like I have a ton of Berkeley romances that I would read, that I would like rather read over this. And I just don't know if I want to dedicate like 7 hours of my life to read this. So I don't know. Let me know. Then I have The Silver Linings Playbook. I have been obsessed with Bradley Cooper for longer than I should have been allowed to watch Bradley Cooper movies, and I love this movie. I have not seen it in a long time. I feel like I wouldn't even really remember the plot of it. Like I know like the gist and I know how it ends, but I feel like what actually happens I don't remember. This one I do feel like I should give a shot though, because I probably would really like it. Then I have The Hypnotist's Love Story. I read Big Little Lies a couple of years ago and I actually really enjoyed it. And again, super easy author to thrift. I just don't know if like her books are like up my alley anymore. I feel like when I read Big Little Lies, it was like the perfect book for me, but I just don't know if like anymore if they're like the books for me. Then I have Where the Heart Is. I think this one's one that I like need to give a shot to. If anybody has ever seen this movie, it has Natalie Portman in it and she gives birth in Walmart, and like the number 5 is very significant. If anybody has seen this movie, this is the book that it's based on, and I do kind of want to read it. It just like, I don't know. It really does intrigue me. I feel like I should give it a shot. Then I have A Million Junes by Emily Henry. I don't know why I bought this, to be totally honest, because I like Emily Henry, but I'm definitely not like an Emily Henry girly. Like I'm definitely not like her #1 fan. I like her. I enjoy the books that I've read by her, but it's not like to read like every book on her backlist. I just feel like I don't need to do. However, the thing that's getting me about this book is Allie read this book and she rated it 5 stars. And like, I feel like, I don't know, like 5 stars, I feel like then I should give it a shot. Big surprise, we have another Emily Giffin. Literally no idea what this is about. I can't differentiate any of her books, and they quite frankly all have the exact same cover. Then we have The Girl with the Loudening Voice. This I 100% picked up because I thought the cover was really pretty, and it's a read with Jenna Pick. And I'm not gonna lie, one of the reasons why I've been putting it off is because the spine is broken. I thrifted this, so you know, beggars can't be choosers, but because the spine is broken, I just put it off and like didn't want to read it because it's hard to hold because the spine's broken. But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, yeah, this cover is really cool. I should give it a shot. Okay, we're on to our last pile, you guys. I have Deacon King Kong by James McBride. This one is one I definitely do want to read. I just feel like I need like a push to read it, and it being on this list should be enough of a push. This is the author of The Color of Water, which I did not read, but my sister read in high school and she really, really liked it. He's also the author of, it's like Heaven, Love in the Grocery Store or something like that. It was like the Barnes & Noble Book of the Year, I think in like 2024. So yeah, that one's definitely one that I do want to read. Then I have two little mass market paperbacks. We have Room, which I don't know why I thought this was a true story. It is not. It is a fictional book. Let me know if I should read it. And then we also have Truly Madly Guilty by Leanne Morati. Then I have Evie Drake Starts Over, again, a read with Jenna Pick. Like when I'm out thrifting and I see her little sticker, I'm like, oh, I like the books that I've read that have been in her picks. Let me pick it up. And then I don't want to read it. I actually tried to read this and I think I got a decent amount into it and really didn't like it. So I don't know if I should try to read it again or if we should just like call it quits. Summerland by Elin Hildebrand. I kept the books by her that I really am interested in reading. This one I have tried to read before. I couldn't get into it. We'll see if I give it another shot. Then we have The Husband's Secret by Leanne Morati. I feel like out of all of them that I have on this list, this is the one that I should really try to get to, because I think the premise of this is like he dies and writes her a letter that basically reveals like this secret that changes like the entire past of what their lives were, because it was like such a big secret. Then I have A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmer. I feel like when I bought this, I was the target audience for it, and I just don't think I am anymore. And there's so many other fantasy trilogies and duologies that I'm more interested in reading. So let me know if I should really try to get through this one. This is another one that I have tried to read multiple times and have just never gotten past like the 20% mark. Then we have The Last Mrs. Parrish. I do think I want to read this. This one I've also heard The Housemaid is pretty well like plagiarized from this, and I have not seen The Housemaid. I don't know what happens in The Housemaid. I have an idea. I kind of do want to read this. Then we have The Betrothed by Kira Cass. I have owned this book for probably 10 years, and I do think I read probably I have a book 64 pages, so not super far. I loved The Selection by her. Then I also read The Sirens by her, and it was horrible, but this one she wrote after The Selection, so I feel like if I loved The Selection I should like this one, and I just remember it being like incredibly boring. I also have genuinely no idea what it's about. And then this is our last book. We have Love the One You're With by Emily Gifford. I think that this book is similar to, what is that Taylor Jenkins Reid book where her husband comes back from the dead? One True Loves. I think this is similar to One True Loves, and I fear it ends the same way if like you're picking up what I'm putting down. So I just don't know if I want to read it, because like if I already know what happens and like I don't already love that author, is it worth reading? But yeah, those are the 30 books. I have so many books in front of me. It like blows my mind that you guys can't see them, because you're currently stacked on a stack of books, and then there's like 30 books right here. Those are the 30 books on my Read It or Unhaul It challenge. I am going to be doing a video probably at the end of June where we go through this list again and talk about if I DNF'd them, if I didn't even give them a chance, when I read them, what I rated them. And then I don't know if I'll do a separate video or just keep it all in the same video where we go through the shelves and pick out 30 more for the second half of the year. So please let me know which of these books I should just get rid of, which of these books I absolutely need to give a shot, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, you guys.